Hi guys. So I'm going to tell you something that's very strange, and I want you, if you can, wait till the end of the video because I'm going to say a theory that is actually quite fucking mind blowing. Even to me, thinking about it just absolutely blows my mind. And I've thought about it for a while, but I haven't really talked about it because some people may think I'm crazy. So, but I'm going to play these recordings what I've sent to Lee because he wants to. I've told him already, but you're going to listen to him and you're going to find out an experience that happened in my life, something very very weird that happened, and I mean it is strange. Like, and I say it's probably happened to some of you people as well. And I'm going to read this theory that will probably blow some of your minds away. So yeah, let's get crack onto it. Here it goes. So I'm going to tell Lee this story that he wants to hear.
Okay, so here it goes. In summer, in 2010, about June or July time, we went on holiday to, one of those haven sites.
So he's gone to say he knows Butlins, but I'm talking about Havenside, which is a campsite. It's a holiday camp in the UK. If you're not from England. So here it goes. The story goes on.
So you probably know anyway, we're like those haven sites where you go and you go camping and all that, and you have like we used to go to these arcades and stuff and all that, and I did meet friends there. This was when I was about, how old was I? In 2010, I think I was about 14, 15, 11 years ago. So yeah, I would be about 14, 15, nearly the end of school time. Oh yeah, Butlins, yeah, I've been to Butlins before, but this was a haven site, and it was on holiday. But went down there, all happy and everything. Anyway, met this group of friends there. This is all true. This is something I experienced. It was very weird. And anyway, me, my brother, and then we went down on holiday with some friends to Somerset, and of course I knew it was people I've known since I was a kid. But we met this other group of friends at this holiday camp. It's weird how it's called holiday camp, innit? It makes me think of like concentration camp, but no, it's nothing like that. But you know what I mean. But when we went there, we met these group of friends, and they were all nice. We talked a lot, we did a lot, and we hung around in the arcade. We played a few games. We just hung about and messed about. We found a ball and we're playing football and all that. And it was a really good night. And we kind of just walked around at night time. It was really late at night. We walked around and we got to know these people. And lo and behold, we met them the next night as well. So we went and we stayed with them the next night and all that, and we chilled and talked and got to know each other, messed about, all sorts of stuff. And yeah, we got to know the names, and we knew their names quite well. It felt like I've known them for a while already, because I think it was for 3 nights. But something really weird happened after that. This was on the fourth night, and bear in mind, I know this happened. On the fourth night, I woke up the next morning, and my brother and my friends, I talked to them and I said, "Are we going to meet these people tonight?" When I mentioned the names or anything, because I mentioned them 3 or 4 nights because we saw them 3 nights before, and this is where it gets a bit weird. They didn't know what I was talking about. They literally did not know what I was talking about. They didn't know who I meant when I mentioned these people. Because we met them 3 nights before, I'm sure they did. But my brother and my friends, and they were there as well and talking to them, but they didn't know who I was talking about. I said, "Are we meeting these people tonight that we've been meeting for the last 3 nights?" And they said, "Who are you talking about? We haven't met anyone." And I thought, what? And it made me think, and I thought, was it a dream? And I had this really weird feeling. I didn't know if it was a dream or if it was real life. I couldn't work it out. And this is where it gets a bit weirdly. That night came. So these people now, I thought, this is a weird dream, innit? What happened? I couldn't remember. I could have an idea because we only saw them at night time. But I could remember the day before because we didn't see them in the day. So I thought that day was real. But maybe, I don't know how. I was still confused at the time. Being, I was only about 15-ish. And I couldn't work out if it was a dream or real life. And I thought, this has never fucking happened to me before. Anyway, I kind of tried to just forget about it, think maybe just something just a bit weird's happened because it's a dream. This is where it gets a little bit freaky. That night we went to the arcade. I saw those people. The same people that it freaked me out because the friends that I went on holiday with and my brother didn't know who they were. Yet I remember them speaking with each other, and they knew their names and everything because we all met each other. But my brother and my friends that I came down on holiday with, who I knew us all, we hung around with these group of there was about three lads and there was 2 girls, and we hung about with them. I knew we did, and we talked, but they didn't know. It's like they forgot. They forgot it all happened. It didn't happen. But I know it did in my head. And come that night, I saw them people in the arcade. Saw them. Knew them names. I went up to them and I said, "You all right, so and so? All right, so and so." I remember one of them was called Connor. I can't remember the others. I think there was it Harrier, something like that, the girl's name. And I said their names because I remember the names, and they thought, how the fuck do you know our names? That's what they said to me, how the fuck do you know our names? Like they forgot. Now I don't know what's happened here, mate. I don't know what's happened. Because I'm trying to work it out. Like I still to this day, it baffles me. I haven't really told many people. Like I did. To be honest, it did affect me a little bit for a while. Even like when I was 18-ish, and I have told my mum about it as well, and she doesn't know what to think. She thinks I dreamt it all, but I know it wasn't because I know I met those people, and so did my brother and my friends. Yet they forgot about it, and so did the people that we meet. They forgot we even meet, but I remember us all meeting, and we met for 3 nights, and we were friends and everything. I don't know what the fuck happened. It was strange. Now, I've actually ever since I've had this theory that I believe that we're dead. Like, everyone in this world now, or I'm dead, and maybe everyone else here is, and we don't know we're dead. And that's why everything around us doesn't make any sense. So it's like a mirror world. When I say mirror world, it's like a world that mirrors what we probably lived prior to 2010. Like, say if I don't know, if something happened to me in 2010, and that's why I am here now, if that makes sense. And maybe this is a mirror world and of when we were alive, but we're actually dead. Now, that's crazy, bro. Fucking crazy. I don't know what to say. I want to make a video on it at some point because there's a bit more to it as well, but I'll leave it for now. Let me know you've read the whole lot anyway, the ending. I mean, if you try and...
Okay, so we'll go down a bit. And then he's put, "Thanks, bro. That's mad cut out when you got to the good bit. I'm back when I was now. I'm feeling you're telling it the truth. I'll go with it. I'm halfway." You need to make a video on it and let folks know, so that's exactly what I've done. I wasn't too sure because I know what people are like. People will say I'm deluded, people will say I'm lying and all that, but I know this happened. This happened to me. And he mentioned this movie called Mirrors, which I've actually seen. This one. So anyway, I'll go back down here to my theory. So this is what I'll put at the end. I think maybe I or we died in an accident or something without knowing. This is just a theory, I don't know if it's true. This is just on what I've experienced, and also I think Lee experienced something as well. But this is what I've put, and I don't know if you guys have experienced something. So this is based on a theory of what I've experienced, and this is what conclusion I've come to last night. So I think maybe I or we died in an accident or something without knowing, but to our knowledge we just continued to live as normal. But we moved to another realm, mirror world, where everything is the opposite without knowing. We did, and then we continue to live, but in the mirror world that we lived in before we die, and that is why we are probably seeing fucked up, disturbing shit now, because maybe people who die in a terrible accident young could have their souls put into the mirrored world where the evil runs the world instead of the good. And then when we get old and die naturally in this world, we move on and probably find out what all this is about. Just my theory from my experiences and listening to your story. So we are living the same life we should have been living before we probably died, but in the mirrored world where everything is opposite, and that is why we are seeing evil in charge, as we still have our memories from the natural world where good runs the world and never even know we died and moved to the opposite world which is run by evil. And as for the apparitions we both saw, maybe that was a warning for when we died and moved to this fucked up world that is mirrored the world that we should be living in. Crazy fucking theory I come up with there, and it blows my mind just reading that. I think this mirrored world could be trying to tell us we are dead if this theory is true. So that's why we're seeing all this shit symbolism and all this disturbing stuff that we're seeing now, because maybe it's trying to tell us something. Just a theory. So he's put, yeah man, and what do they say after Christ? AD, the AD, the dead, the DAD, dead. Hello, haha, who knows bro, it's messed up, yeah. So yeah. And then he went to talk about zombies there. So just a theory, guys. Let me know what you think about that. Has anything strange happened to you? Like I said, you can always email me. You know, lifetheoryseeking@gmail.com. I still need to do a video on a couple of them that he've emailed me yet. I'll get round to doing that at some point. But yeah, there you go. That's my story and my theory. So we're living in a mirrored world where everything is opposite. So we moved from, maybe something happened to us in the natural world where actually good run the world, and we came to this world without even knowing. You know, when we just live, if this makes sense, we lived life normally as if when we don't even know we died in the natural world, and we moved to this realm, this opposite world where everything's opposite. So evil's running the world, and because I swear, you know, the world wasn't what it was. You know, I swear I lived in a world that was probably good, and I think, like I said, I think Lee said the same as well. So yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. Thank you very much. This was back in 2010. It happened. So 11 years ago, it was about 15-ish. 14, 15. But before that, I swear life was normal. You know, I mean, I don't know if that's because I'm growing up and I was realising what the world is, but maybe something happened, and you know, that's just a theory. But yeah, thanks guys anyway.